Okay. Blessed love, everyone. It's 2:54 p.m. in so-called Newark, New Jersey. This is Leroy Farah Rakub, also known as JahPenTV, and this is JahPenTV. The first Patreon video. I want to give thanks and praise to the Most High for blessing I in better days. I want to give thanks to Ross Jones and give thanks and praise to Charles, the patrons that made this available. Right now, you're just looking at the Streamlabs screen. I'm waiting to get a confirmation that everything is blessed as far as broadcasting is concerned on YouTube. I'm hoping that everything afoot. Give me a moment. I'm gonna check my notifications. Make sure everything bless. This video is live and will only be available via Patreon with a particular URL address. So you would actually have to be signed up with the JahPenTV Plus, and you'll be able to get this. And yeah, man, we up here right now, so give thanks, man. Give thanks. Okay, so I've had a couple of individuals ask about figure drawing. Sometimes figure drawing can be an issue, you know. Especially if you're just trying to create something, you know, it could be an issue. Sometimes you just want to get down an idea real quick, you know, and go from there. So I'm gonna give you a couple of tips on some techniques and some ideas that I've come across that help I create figures and images and whatnot. Okay, so first things first, obviously you're gonna need a blank canvas, and this doesn't matter if you traditional or digital. Each and everywhere I explain these things, you can both take in either context, whether it's traditional or digital. One thing I've realized that becomes very important is perception. How people see stuff. So what I'm going to do is to give you a good idea of what I'm talking about, the perception. We're going to break some things down into colors. This is something I learned from LaShawn Thomas. So if you see up here, I created two folders, right? One folder is going to represent a blue pencil, and one's going to represent a red pencil. And in a moment, I'll explain to you why. Okay, I'm going to put a piece of paper in the red folder, and I'm going to put a piece of paper in the blue folder. All right? Where's my mechanical arm at? Okay. This is a pencil technique. Yeah, that's what we're starting with. We're starting with pencil. So I'm going to start with a pencil, rough pencil. We're going to say 50 will work. Okay. Soft eraser. Go back to pencil, and we need to go ahead and make this black, even though it's not going to pop up black anyway. Okay. See how I'm in this layer pencil line blue. Okay? Now go on this layer of the pencil line red. Alright? So basically, it's real simple. You're going to draw basic shapes with the blue, which is what you would call like non-photo blue, which is where what it would be a traditional pencil would be called a non-photo blue pencil or a cold erase pencil. And I'm gonna do something simple, you know, just like a simple shape. Okay? If you go too much into detail, it'll kind of take away from the task and what you're trying to learn, but I'm just going to use basic shapes. And you probably get this on How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way, Andre Loomis. There's a bunch of different books that'll teach you how to take these steps, but it's really just this simple, you know. Basic shapes. Nothing crazy. And you can kind of already tell what's going on. Alright? Now we're going to go into the red. And you're going to start working it into what you want it to be. You can be real rough with it. It really don't matter. You know, you can manipulate stuff if you want, because you already got your skeleton, if you want to call it, there. But what you do want to do is you want to pay attention to your proportion, you know, because yeah, it's just a sketch, but some stuff you want to be accurate, so you don't have to fix it later, you know. Like for instance, the head and neck right now. Of course, that's not accurate. Nobody neck work like that, you know. That's why I had the soft eraser earlier, and I'll show you what I mean with that. And working parts, you know, layers. You understand? Okay, so we got that basic going on. Not gonna go into a whole bunch of crazy stuff, because the other videos in the future will address that, hopefully. And you know, we could be doing the whole body, but we want to take baby steps right now. You know, you could do the whole body if you want, but right now I just want to take small steps so you see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my knead eraser, which is what I have selected right here, the soft eraser, which is basically a knead eraser. And I got it at 500. I'm going to put it at 1,000 for right now, because I wanted to be able to take a stroke over the illustration, maybe a little bit bigger. And take up most of the work. I'll go with 2,000 work. Back to the pencil, right? And even if you were using a pencil, you can use this same technique. You work in layers. Now, this is when you start doing your crazy stuff with the detail. and fixing stuff. All right. Yeah, I'll start here. See how I made that edit from the original? You have to put something down on the paper in order for the image to take. If you don't put nothing down, you won't perceive anything, man. It'll just be a blank piece of paper, you know? So you see right there, I did something. It'll turn into something later on, just not right now. And this is just sketch mode, you know? But make sure your proportions is accurate. You know how I like to do teeth, man. You can add a little detail if you want, you know. You don't gotta be stingy. Like how I'm being with this coffee. I wanted to do this video early in the week, but man, I don't know. This week's been crazy. Spiritually, this week has been slightly insane. If you're paying attention to what's going on. Here's another antic. Because this is digital, I have the ability to manipulate this the way I want. Which normally traditional work, you wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff. You know? You would have had to erase. But there's been a lot of stuff going on spiritually. I've been paying attention to some stuff and doing a lot of writing and stuff like that. And man, you gotta have your guard up, man, with stuff going on these days, man. This stuff is crazy. This stuff is straight crazy. Now, because of this move, all layering. teeth look like. You have teeth. The best reference is your reference. You know, if you have to, look in the mirror, put a mirror by your drawing board. You know, and pay attention to how your face moves. I recommend that over staring at people. It's not a good idea. It could be rude, but I tried. It could appear to be very rude. You could even tell somebody, oh, I'm a comic book artist, I'm trying to learn how to draw people. You're not going to get away with that one. See how a guy's tongue was out originally, and now it's not out? One thing I highly recommend, and other artists probably don't, even if you don't know what something looks like, but you got some inkling that something's supposed to go there, just sketch a line there. So when you figure out what's supposed to go there and your brain perceives it, oh, I know what goes there. Because, you know, you just trying to convey an image that already exists. You didn't create the image. You're conveying it, you know. You're making an imitation. And that's what you want to do. But you want to do the best you can, you know, so that the person who's looking at the image can relate. Oh, that's what that is. If they don't know what it is, what's that? I don't know what that is. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I want to get rid of that a little bit, because obviously we didn't stick with the tongue. You know, we took that out. And this image is literally developing itself, you know, from what was put down. This simple stuff, because basically all I did was take shapes, the cylinder, the square, the triangle, the circle, and we drew a figure. It's not a dynamic figure, but this is how you start off. With these figures. You have to be able to perceive them. Calculate the data. This goes here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, and you make an image. Some of this stuff you gotta study a little bit of anatomy. Although I know some artists who don't study any anatomy whatsoever, and they don't really seem to be having a problem. But I'm telling you, the main reason why most people can't draw or think they can't draw is because they just can't perceive the image. You know, they don't know what shapes it takes to construct the image. So you start off with shapes, start constructing the image. Images ain't nothing but layers. Now, if you watch this video from beginning to end, all you really did was take some shapes and you got what looks to be a guy walking or strutting, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. You guys know it's not a dynamic image, it's not a fully detailed image, but in this image you can actually tell what's going on. And I don't even know how long that was, but you know, just that simple. You know, you take shapes and you create an image from nothing. You know, I'm gonna give you another example. Give me one moment. This one probably be hard to understand or explain, but you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. One moment. Okay, so it looks like that's doing good on the frame rate, so we shouldn't have any more problems with that. I'm waiting to see it pop up on the phone, see if it kicked well. I think it's 10-second, 8-second. Yeah, there you go. It went back. All right. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Okay. Hopefully I don't get beat up about this on YouTube, but I'm gonna give you another example. It won't have a lot of explanation in it though. But because of what you've seen already, you're already gonna understand. So I'm basically gonna make 2 new folders. Gonna make this one red like the other one. Start off with a shape. You gonna know who this guy is. Say no more, right? Okay. See, I draw this guy so much, my perception is retarded with this guy. You already know who this is. Remember what I tell you. In the first round, you just want to get down some stuff. This guy is nothing but a bunch of shapes. If you draw this guy, you know this guy. He ain't nothing but a bunch of shapes. Alright. So, we don't need blue no more. You see what I mean about figure drawing? Once you know how to perceive the image, you know what Venom look like, man. But you know what? When you try to perceive it on the paper, if you haven't perceived anything similar to it or it in itself, you won't be able to illustrate it. Now, as talented as you may feel I am, I couldn't draw this guy. I could not draw this guy. You know why? Because I didn't draw anything similar or this image. You know, most people draw teeth. You know, everybody have teeth, but you know, not like this guy. You know, you start drawing monsters and stuff, things like that, in that nature, you can perceive stuff like this. You know what images it take to create it. Give credit to Todd McFarlane because this is his character. It's not my character. I would like to say this is a nice image, a nice sketch from my first YouTube video. I want to say that. I want to give thanks and praise to the Most High for that. And our Patreons, Charles and Ross Boss. This is exactly what Rastafari be talking about. Vibration and whatnot, you know. I didn't plan on come on here and you know, doing this. This image is nice. This image is nice, man. What I want to start doing is, you see how you got the images up there, you got this slideshow, and you got the JahPenTV Plus sponsorship up there. You know, I put the sponsorship thing up there for you guys because it's a blessing that you guys Patreon to do this, so I put that up there. But the stuff that we do on here, you know, I want to put over there on the left hand side in the slideshow. So I'll take a time like right now and take a picture of that real quick, you know. And then, you know, I just save that there, and you know, it'll go in that box that's up there in the left hand corner. And pretty much the stuff that we do, you know, the stuff that you do from what you learned and the stuff that I've done on the show, I'm gonna put over there so, you know, we can look through it in the slideshow. So Ross and Philip, when you guys are doing your sketching and stuff, you know, from what you learned from the show or what you practicing from the show, send out a picture, you know, like you usually do, and I'm gonna put it up there, you know, in the corner so you can see your progress. And then this is what I meant about how I'm gonna go ahead and give you another example, but not with a lot of detail, because you already know I'm gonna draw this guy a lot, man. So when it come to drawing the Venom them, the JahPenTV, as one of my brethren named, cause draw the guy all the time. This is all for me drawing the guy a lot, man. but it's all shapes. Just like what I showed you in the other sketch, it's all shapes, man. It's nothing different from the other stuff, man. Coffee neglect. Let me stop doing that. And this is actually as simplistic as the other sketch. The other sketch was just a guy strolling. I won't say this is Venom strolling, but that's the guy. You'll know your perception based off of how many layers, how many times you gotta erase. Yeah, man, that's why I turned the music on, cause see, it's a bunch of spiritual stuff going on right now, man. If you in that war, you know. You hear the Romans running around in the background in Babylon. Off the recording. Everybody free up, man. Be safe, man. Bunch of bumper cloud going on right now. Keep reading your comic books, man. Sketching your stuff. I hope you guys is watching Cannon Busters, man. I got to watch like maybe two episodes, something like that. I don't even remember because, man, I've been moving, man. Moving. Give thanks. A bunch of commissions going on. I got some blessed stuff coming up for the patron guys, man. I'm gonna try to get you guys, man, and on everything that's coming off the board before anybody else do, even the stuff that's not exclusive. Like I'm gonna be doing a variant cover for a book. I don't know if it's for the Kickstarter, but I know it's for a store that my brethren KG got affiliation with. So I guess you pretty much can call it a store cover. Give thanks that he got that for our, it's supposed to be some pretty serious stuff too. Some pretty serious stuff, man. So had that on the board. Then I got a character design coming up from Nathan Murray, hot on the board. I'm coloring it up now. I'm so happy that he's pleased with the texture and the tones, because that could be the real hard part sometimes, man, when you illustrating the image and you want to get the gradation and the light and the contrast accurate, and you're literally conveying somebody's character in the image form. It's not real easy, man, to get, you know, approval, you know. He was like, man, I like how it was coming out. And, you know, I want to give thanks to Nathan too, man. Nathan been keeping me working. He's been keeping me working, man. So I gotta give thanks for that. But this where we at, man. It's the guy, symbiote guy, Venom. Got a little veinage going on. Crazy cranium, uranium. You know how I do with my line work. Guy need to go see the dentist. You know the guy need to go see the dentist. Teeth is stupid thick. JahPenTV is a Patreon-based platform shared off of a YouTube playlist that's allowed to be viewed live when it's recording, like right now, but once it goes on the YouTube, it goes into a private playlist that's strictly for the patrons that supported I to make the video, you know. And it's really not bad. It's literally $1 a video, so you get like 4 or 5 videos a month for $5. After 12 months, without warning, you get commissioned sketch cover, and it's at random. It's not like, oh, I like Captain America, can you do me a Captain America? No, it's you're gonna go in your mail and you're gonna get the fire. You know, you're gonna have to wear mitts when you check your mail, because I'm gonna burn you out with something, you know. And you know, it might be a Venom, it might be a Carnage, since you got the absolute Carnage thing going on right now, and the covers, the sketch covers seem like they pretty decent to get now, rather than the first one they come out with. You might get that, you might get a Batman Who Laughs, because you know I like that guy, or you know, you're gonna get something nice, man. Period. You know, just to give thanks, you know, to give thanks. So this guy's looking a little sick, just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit, little sick. Yeah, just a little bit. That's because of you guys, man. Y'all did that. So, you're going to back up. Alright? Turn this one off. Turn that one on. And see what I mean about we did the same exact thing. We took simple shape and form and made an image. That's the first one. That's the blue. It's the reds. That's the second one. Blue. Reds. So it's all perception, man. You know, if you don't know if you can perceive it, try drawing it before you use your imagination and figure out what it looked like. Then after you get it down on paper, go actually find out what it looks like, and then do the same thing. I guarantee you'll probably have more detail in your image when you perceive it on paper. You'll have more contrast, more depth. You know, it's all about what you can perceive. It's not whether or not you can move your pencil or not. It's whether you can see it. Alright? So, no disrespect to nobody, but, you know, I want to end each show off the same way. Because, you know, I love my God and King, my Lord and Savior, and my Emmanuel. So, you know, I and I Rastafari, we have many ways of giving thanks and greetings. So, you know, Mbesa Nagusa Kadamawi Halia Selassie, Holy Emmanuel I Selassie, Jah Rastafari, give thanks and praise for life and days, man. Blessed love, everyone.